Hey, what's going on, everybody? I want to thank you for joining my show tonight, the Big Lum Show. Your host, Silverback Lum, Lumbee Indian out of Robeson County, with a tragic story of a young lady who was murdered and dismembered at the hands of a monster. When I say this dude was a monster, it's unbelievable that a human being can do what this monster did to another human being. It's unbelievable. I want y'all to just dive into this video right here. And I want you to hear what this monster done to this young lady, Wendy Jones.
Late last night, authorities found the body of 20-year-old Wendy Jones. WRL's Gilbert Bays spoke with the Robeson County Sheriff, who says Jones' boyfriend dismembered her and buried her in a shallow grave outside Maxton.
Well, this is just a very sad story. We were out here this afternoon when some friends came by to put this cross and these balloons here. Wendy.
Listen, I want y'all to understand this also. It's been like 3 years since this tragedy happened. But her mother, Wendy, who lives like 3 or 4 miles down the road from where this happened at, she makes it her business to go by there each and every day. And every time I go by there, I'm seeing new flowers up on it. So Miss Wendy's keeping her daughter's memory alive, because she's not going to let this slide by like most people may. But Miss Wendy's not going to do that. And my hat's off to you too, Miss Wendy.
Jones, missing since August 12th. Her remains were found last night just inside those woods.
You could have never fooled me in a million years that my cousin would have done this.
Tony Hunt is pointing to the spot where 20-year-old Wendy Jones's body was found last night in the woods outside of Maxton.
I want y'all to look now. This is the monster. The monster that took this young lady's life. Now, she called her mother. She reached out to her mother and she said, "Mama, please help me. Please call the police and get them here to help me because he's chopping on me." Could you imagine the agony that Miss Wendy must have felt listening to her child say, "Mama, he's chopping on me," and knowing that there was something that she may have could have done to get her child help. And she was sitting there with her hands tied because she didn't know where her child was at. And this monster right here, was chopping her daughter up like she was a piece of meat. It's tragedy. It's a tragedy that something like this would happen to another human being. But let's just keep going and listen to what the sheriff and they had to say.
His cousin is 24-year-old Glenn Lear, charged with first-degree murder in Jones's death. Her mother and father are devastated.
She was a good mother. She always come to the house and hang out with me and her daddy. I mean, we all...
That's Miss Wendy, y'all. Really good lady, man. Good-hearted, good-spirited lady right here.
Always bond together. We always cook out and have fun and everything.
She was always quiet, just sit around, and honestly, a lot of times you can get her to talk if you interact with her. She was always down to earth.
After searching for nearly 2 weeks, Sheriff Bernice Wilkins says his investigators found Jones's body in a shallow...
Now let me ask you this here. Why are you having to search for this lady, this young girl, for 2 weeks when her mother reached out to the sheriff's department before her daughter was murdered and told them, "Listen, my child has reached out to me and told me that this guy, what he's doing to her"? Why did it take the sheriff's department 2 weeks to look for her body when they should have been looking for her before she was murdered?
Grave off Juanita Road.
The suspect had dismembered her and put her in plastic bags and put her in a wooded area, actually next to a daycare center off of Juanita Road out of Max.
Mind y'all, this is our sheriff out here in Robeson County, Bernice Wilkins.
The sheriff says this is the third violent death of a Robeson County woman in the past 10 months. In October of last year, 42-year-old Jessica Lawrence of St. Paul's was last seen leaving her job at Cape Valley Medical Center in Fayetteville. Her body was discovered October 25th in a wooded area outside of Roland. 42-year-old Michael Brayboy is charged with her murder. Then in April,
This young lady right here, Jessica, I went live the night they found her body, right down the street from here, right down there around the curve. And Cedric, the boy that killed her, he set her on fire, y'all. This boy had her in his house, murdered her, went out in the backyard and started a fire and thought that he can burn this young lady without anybody even noticing. But that's in another story. That's in another video.
the body of 38-year-old Jessica Locklear was found in the woods near Cabinet Shop Road in Robinson County. 36-year-old Cedric Locklear is charged in her death.
And they've all been brutal deaths. Two of them were burned, and then now this one has been dismembered.
Family and friends of all the victims are trying to make sense of these tragic losses.
It's devastating either way you look at it, because nobody deserves this.
Now, Locklear is being held without bond in the Robinson County Detention Center. Family members tell us they're going to have a balloon release for Wendy Jones this weekend. In Robinson County, Gilbert Bays, WRAL News.
A tragic
And
ending.
now listen, this fella has been trying to get bond ever since this happened. And Miss Wendy, she's been fighting him tooth and nail. But we cannot allow monsters like that back out on the streets, man. If he gonna chop that young lady up like that with disregard of human life, what more do you think he would do if he gets back out on them streets? Tragic. But listen, I want to thank y'all for joining my page, joining my show, The Big Lum Show. I'm asking you if you would, please, give me a thumbs up. That'll help, with me pushing the video out to bring more awareness to my people, the Lumbee Indians here in Robinson County, and what's going on with my people. I've dedicated this page to represent the Lumbee Indian, to bring awareness of the Lumbee Indian. And it's not going to always be about something tragic. It is going to be some happy videos in here. But I do want to bring awareness to the murdered and missing indigenous women here in Robinson County. And with your help, I can't do this by myself, but with your help, you can help me get this word out. So give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down, whichever one you want to do. Share my page, like my page, comment on this. Comment and let me know if I'm doing this right or if there's more that I can do. I'm just starting out with my reaction videos, so I will get better in time. I'm generally on Facebook Live. I used to do TikTok Live, but TikTok's they're too, should I say, they censor you too much. And I know YouTube does the same, but let's just hope that YouTube will not start censoring this page and that I can get the word out with the Lumbee Indian, the situation going on down here around my hometown with the murdered and missing indigenous women. So like I said, please share my page. Follow me here on YouTube. And please just help me get the word out of my people on what's going on here in Robinson County. Thank you once again. The Big Lum Show. I am your host, the Silverback Lum, and this was a video for Miss Linda dedicated to her daughter, Wendy Jones. Rest in peace.